I've got to admit, I have a stuff problem. Maybe you do too. Too much stuff laying around, not being used, taking up space, having to be managed and maintained. In this video, I'll share with you my tried and true stuff test. And I'll show you how you can sell your stuff online through Facebook Marketplace. It's free, doesn't cost anything, you get to keep all the money, and I won't judge you if you take your money that you make from selling your stuff and buy more stuff. I've been able to sell a lot of my stuff online. I'm going to share with you some of my strategies to do this so that you can have success as well. Why sell online? So what are the advantages of selling locally online? I emphasize local because you could get into shipping costs and all of that. That gets complicated, and who pays the shipping when, and it gets a little confusing. So I'm going to share with you how to sell locally online, meaning selling to people in your community, people that would drive to meet you somewhere to pick up your items. And these are items that you have around the house, right? This is your stuff that you're selling, not so much a whole bunch of products that you're trying to set up an e-commerce site or something like that. This is just you selling things you have laying around the house that you could turn into money. So what are the advantages of selling locally online? The first one is that you can do this all from home, right? We already established how easy it is to buy things online. We have stuff ordered and delivered to our home all the time. Why not take advantage of that same technology and familiarity that people have of buying online to sell the stuff that you have in your house? So rather than donate it or give it away, sell stuff to people who value it and make some money. So it's really easy to share your photos and videos of products. Our smartphones take good pictures and videos. You can really illustrate and show what it is you're selling through that. You can also reach a much larger targeted audience online doing this. This is much more effective than having a garage sale where your neighbors come and swap stuff with you and not really appreciate what it is you're selling and give you kind of very low prices for your items. So online, you can really target what you're selling to the people who are interested in those items. You can also agree on the price for sale, although some people like to negotiate and haggle. That this is the piece that scares a lot of people. So I don't know what it's going to cost, or I don't know what I should charge. What I'm sharing with you doesn't cost anything to list it and sell it. You get to keep all the money, and you get to set the price. As the seller of your items online, you are in full control. You don't have to deal with any shipping if you do this locally. Although people ask, will you deliver it? Will you ship it? I just stay away from all that. It's just easier for them to come pick it up or meet them somewhere and hand it over rather than get into all the shipping details of it. And who's going to insure it? What happens if it's lost in shipping? What if it's broken? I just stay away from all that and just work with selling to people locally, and that eliminates the need for any shipping issues. So where to sell online? There's lots of places you can sell things. The place that's been most productive for me, most easy to use, doesn't cost anything, like I said, is Facebook Marketplace. There's still millions and millions of people on Facebook, and it's a great place to post and sell things that there's no cost to do it. You have to have a Facebook account, but you can then post your things for sale, and people around you can find it, and it really helps get your items in front of the right people. So Facebook Marketplace, you do have to have a Facebook account. Facebook accounts are free. You could create a separate account just for selling things if you wanted to do that, and you protect your identity that way if you want to. But Facebook Marketplace, why not use eBay? eBay, you have to pay to list there. Etsy, you have to pay to list there. Amazon, you have to share your profits with Amazon. So all those other sites, you have to typically pay to be on there. What about Craigslist? Well, Craigslist is kind of scary. There's not a lot of accountability about who's even using it. You don't have to have an account to use Craigslist, so you're not really sure who's showing up sometimes. I've sold things on it, but I recommend this from a safety standpoint. I think it's the best platform to sell items. I've sold household goods, I've sold boats, I've sold electronics, sold furniture. Lots of things I've sold on Marketplace, so it's a really great tool for selling. Okay, the first thing you do is take a lot of good pictures of the item. People can't really translate what the item is online, so the more pictures you have, the top, the bottom, the sides, any logos, model numbers, descriptions on it. If it's an electronic, take the pictures of the back of it so they can see all the details of it. If there's anything wrong with the product, take pictures of that too. If there's damage, just be transparent about that. Then you're going to write a title. You're going to title the item, and the more words you put in the title, 3 or 4 or 5 words, that's helpful when somebody's searching for a keyword. And if you have more words in your title, the more likely it'll show up in a keyword search. But then also the description itself. The description is a place where you can put lots of words. So put the dimensions of something. If it's furniture, put the height, width, and depth of it. People are usually trying to put that piece of furniture in a specific place. They need to know what size it is. Put details about the item. Again, model numbers. Any detail you can put in there about it, the better. The better your pictures and the descriptions, the greater your chances of finding serious buyers. If you make those vague or you take shortcuts on those and they're not very detailed, you're going to spend a lot of time answering questions from people who are curious but not really serious about buying it. Then price it to sell. You say, well, I don't know what to price it at. Do some research. Look online for similar items for sale. See what people are asking for. Doesn't mean they're getting that price, but they're asking for it. And then I would inflate the lowest price you would take, inflate that by maybe 10, 20%, because somebody's going to want to offer you less right off the bat. And that gives you some wiggle room to be able to sell it for a little bit less than you have it listed. You can always change the price until it's sold. And if you get lots of interest, it's priced probably okay. If you get no interest whatsoever, it's probably priced too high. So you need to lower the price. And the next thing is to post your listing in targeted Facebook groups. If you just post it in the general Facebook Marketplace platform, it gets lost in the crowd, basically. But if you have joined some Facebook groups of people that might like that item, now it's going to get listed in those Facebook groups, and you're basically putting your product in front of people who are interested in that product. Let's assume that you have some books you want to sell. You don't want to just generally put that out in the Facebook Marketplace. That would be okay, but it's not going to get as much attention as if you had joined some book clubs or book groups on Facebook. Now, Facebook groups, some are private, some are public. You can join both, and sometimes the private ones you just have to answer some questions to give validity that you belong there. And then some Facebook groups allow you to post things to sell, some don't. But you can post your listing in up to 20 different Facebook groups. And this is the real strategy of getting your item in front of the people who would be interested in selling it. Right? People will pay for things they value, and you want to put your item in front of the right people. That's how using these targeted Facebook groups works. So once you have the listing made, you can put it into a Facebook group. You can make the listing, then go join Facebook groups, and then update your listing and put them in there. So if you're not part of those groups right away, go ahead and still list the item and then go back and edit the listing and add them to those groups after you've joined the groups. Okay. Then as people respond to you, respond quickly and honestly. Most people are impulsively buying things on Facebook Marketplace, so they want to know if it's still available or you've sold it. They want to know where you live, only because they want to know how far away they have to go to get this. And so you can answer those questions quickly and honestly. If you don't respond to people, there's no way they can buy it, because the only way to sell it is to make a connection with somebody through Facebook Instant Messenger and make a plan to meet up to make the transaction. So if you don't respond, if you just list and don't respond to inquiries, then there's no way you can sell it. So when you list these things, make sure have your phone ready to be able to respond quickly and honestly to them. Okay, and then your listing will last about a week automatically in Facebook Marketplace, and then you'll have to renew it when it expires. So some people kind of throw it out there and then they forget about it, and they wonder why they're not getting any action, any interest in it, because it's expired. They didn't know it. It's not hard to relist. You just hit a button and relist. You basically go back into Facebook Marketplace after a week or so, see if there's any of your listings that need to be renewed. Click the button and it goes back out there. Facebook does this so that there's not just a bunch of junk sitting out there that's already sold, cluttering up the marketplace. So make sure you manage that. So manage the responses quickly and honestly, and also renew the listing when it's time to renew it. All right, all the communication can be done with potential buyers in the app through Facebook Messenger. That's part of a Facebook platform, be able to communicate there. So you don't have to use your phone, your cell phone number, your text number, your email. Be careful sharing your personal information. If they want you to share a phone number and all of that stuff, you don't have to. You can do all the communication inside the app. This cuts down on scams as well. Scammers will try to come in and try to get you off of Facebook Marketplace to have conversations. There's no need to do it. Do it all in Facebook Marketplace. Okay. Only take cash, or what I call digital sales. This is Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, those kind of mini banks that you can instantly know if the money's come in or not. But don't ever take a check or a gift card, because they may not have any value. So
Most of it's cash. A lot of people are doing Venmo, PayPal, Zelle as well. All right, for the transaction, make sure you meet at a safe location, typically in the daylight for the exchange. You can meet at your house. I would never let anybody in your house. Meet them on the front porch, the driveway, the sidewalk. You can meet them at your community clubhouse or a park. You can meet at a grocery store parking lot, a bank parking lot, gas stations, fire stations, police stations, places where there's other people. These are good places to meet up and do the exchange as well. But don't let anybody in your house. I would never do that. All right, and some terms that come along with this kind of selling. When you say it's pending pickup, if somebody says, is it still available? You can say it's pending pickup, meaning somebody's interested in it and they have a plan to come get it, but if they don't pick it up, it's still for sale. Don't ever say it's sold until you have money in hand or in the bank. Because some people will say they're coming and they don't make it. So you still want to keep people interested in it even up until it's absolutely gone, and then mark it sold. There's porch pickup. If you don't have any contact with someone, you can have them, you can put the item on the porch or some agreed on space. They pay electronically and they pick it up. Delivery, people ask you to deliver. I wouldn't deliver anything. Stay away from that. People want to trade, I want to trade my stereo system for your scooter. And if you're interested in it, fine, but you don't feel obligated to do trades. Some people try to trade products for products rather than money for products. But I typically just do money for my goods. So these are some of the selling terms that are out there. Pending pickup, porch pickup. I'll tell people sometimes there's lots of interest if people are asking about it. That helps create a scarcity perspective for them. So people tend to want things that other people are wanting as well. I don't exaggerate. I say, hey, there's a lot of interest. It's going to sell. If you're interested, make an offer. So people will offer you a low amount of money, and you can counter back whatever you want. Remember, you're in control. It's your item. You decide who you sell it to and when you sell it and how much you sell it for. So remember, continue to keep control of your item when you're selling it. If you change your mind, you can pull it off the marketplace and turn off the listing and not sell it as well. That's completely up to you and your rights to do that. So hopefully some of these tips will help you be successful in selling your things online through Facebook Marketplace. Good luck.
Okay, it's time to put into practice what we've learned. Find 2 or 3 things laying around the house, taking up space that you're not going to throw away or give away, that somebody might have value in. Use these strategies that I've shared with you and stick with it, because in short time you'll be making money off your stuff.